Howdy, folks. Welcome to another day in the Milky Way. And today is Monday. Oh, and boy, let me tell you, it feels like a Monday too.
Oh, it does.
But we are here, we're back, and got everything settled out from last night. And I'll get into a little bit of that here in a little bit because I want to wait till a few people get in so I
Yeah.
can explain what took place last night.
Yeah.
But anyway,
Interesting.
go ahead. I was going to introduce you, Trina Phoenix.
Oh, well, thank you, Brian. Yeah, I was going to say that's kind of interesting. The world's interesting
Yes.
right now.
All I can say as of right now, until more people join us, it wasn't YouTube.
Nope.
So
Yeah.
anyway, so how's Trina doing today?
I'm a little tired, but I spent the day getting all my taxes done and had to go do the whole accountant thing and all that. And it's just so funny. It's all the social distancing protocols, and he's masked up, and he comes out, and it's like you sit and wait in your car. It's totally funny. So yeah, I had to go through that whole experience today. So that was fun, but yay, I'm glad
I
it's
spent
done.
the day just taking care of me, like.
Oh, I'm jealous. I'm
Just,
jealous.
I mean, I needed to, but like I said, I'm still not sleeping. But if I don't sleep tonight, there's something wrong. So fingers
Yeah,
crossed.
yeah.
So you got
I
the
got. I
taxes done?
huh?
You said you got your taxes done today?
Thank God. Yes, I hate doing that, but it's done. And I'm glad we had an extension. That was kind of
I
nice. So I
couldn't
didn't.
imagine doing taxes with someone like yourself, being a small business owner. I mean, there's a lot more entailed than just filling out a few lines, I'm sure.
I know I have to get all this information put together for the accountant so he can get all the information for the company. It's a little bit of a process, but I've been doing it for many, many years, so it's not that hard anymore. And my tax account's been doing it for 50 years. So,
How long have you been out on your own?
huh?
How long have you been working on your own?
Oh my God. Well, I've always owned my own companies, and I've always done independent. Even when you do real estate, you're an independent
Yeah.
agent under a broker. So I've always kind of done independent things. So, but I've actually been running this company. I just hit my, I think, 11th year.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, congratulations.
Or my 10 year. I'm on my 10 year. Yeah.
I mean, that's got to be satisfying too,
It
because it's
is.
up to you. I mean, you can't call in, you can't call in sick, do nothing like that. It's on you.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. And I'm contemplating potentially expanding. It's just, that's a whole different monster. And I've done that before. And yeah, so I'm contemplating it. Yeah. I don't know. We'll see.
Good deal. I saw you put out a video earlier. What was it called?
Oh
Refresh my
God,
memory.
you would ask me. I think the magic of Bimini.
Yeah, Bimini. Elaborate on that because I haven't had a chance to watch that, but I know somebody.
Bimini, yeah, Bimini is part of the Grand Bahamas, and it's
Right,
actually
the
location.
Bimini Road.
Yes,
Yeah,
exactly,
yeah.
exactly. Bingo.
That's why I was curious about it because I've always wanted to go down there and see that. And I mean, a lot of people
Oh
say
no,
that the Bimini Road is connected to Atlantis.
I'm pretty sure it is. It is amazing, and literally, I've been around the Bermuda Triangle and through a part of it. And boy, those frequencies are real. And the angel I wear on my neck, it came from St. Thomas, and that's in the Grand Bahamas. And it's a powerful place. It is in the water. Oh my, it's
Oh
magnificent.
yeah, Alex
So,
Fox, he lives like in the Bahamas or something. He just put Bimini Road in the Caribbean. I'm
yes,
curious, Alex. Let me know in chat. Have you ever been there?
he's in
If not,
Aruba.
that's something you should, do a video on if it's feasible. That'd be a
Right,
cool
he's in
video.
Aruba.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, Aruba, that's right. I wonder
yeah.
where that is in relation to the Bimini Road. Is that close?
I think it's across the ocean, but I don't think they're that far from
The
one
only way I
another.
know Aruba is
Exactly.
Aruba, Jamaica. Ooh, I wanna take you to
Yeah,
Bermuda.
exactly. Bahama, come on, pretty mama.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's such a great song.
Who
Um,
sang that?
um,
Kokomo. Who was that sang that?
that's the movie Cocktail. Tom
Hmm.
Cruise.
Okay. Well, I
Oh, and the
definitely
Beach
remember it
Boys.
now.
The Beach Boys sing it.
I think okay, that's it.
Yeah,
It's
that's
funny. I used to be a big Beach Boys fan back in the day, and that's kind of what got me. into
I
Jimmy Buffett, and Jimmy Buffett was, I was a parrot head, but then I graduated to a deadhead.
Yep. I love the Beach Boys. I love Buffett. I love it all.
It's
Yeah.
just something, I mean, it makes you want to have a margarita or a beer and just kick back.
It's fun music.
Yeah.
It's vacation music. Literally, it's vacation music.
Yep, it is. Well, real quick before we get going, I always like to, first I'll say who's here and then I'll get into what I was wanting to discuss. So let me back her up here. Big Al going to bed. Yeah, you need to, buddy. He's heading out of Memphis at 2:30 in the morning. Well, be safe, brother. And there's Alex Fox again. Oh, yeah, don't let me forget to look and see if he responded about that. Skies above. What's going on, huh? Good to see you. I'd like to get her back on here, too. Blanca Lugardo, how you doing? Miss Deborah Trudeau, good to see you. Tony Cherie, that's the one I was talking about with before we came on, that the synchronicity, like she was wanting that White Rabbit video, and boom, there it was, mind blown.
That's so awesome. I love it. She put it in the order with the thought, and you picked it up, and you were like, "Yeah, I want to do that." That's amazing.
And let me tell you, that happens more than not. So I don't know how, but it does. There's Jawway. That was cool getting to know all the, his name. He even emailed me, and it was funny, because I said, I'm getting a Rastafarian vibe. And he was like, I've got dreadlocks. I guess he grew up in a straight order house. And so now he's got dreadlocks. He doesn't smoke or anything like that. But it's weird how, just seeing a name, I don't know, I get feelings like that's like sometimes I've seen people's names in other chats and they just kind of light up, and I find a way to contact them because I know it lit up for a reason. I know that sounds crazy, but
no, that is paying attention to that divine part of you, those little subtle nudges. I think they're the most important things.
They are. It's like I said, I've learned to listen to what goes on up here. It might be crazy.
You're spot on now. You're kind of creepy. You're getting so good.
Who you telling? Like I said, sometimes I'm like, get out of my head.
Right? I know. I'm like, dang, Brian, you're getting really spot on. Like, it's getting kind of like, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've watched you just really work on that, and you're getting super strong at it.
It's pretty much that, just letting go. Just letting it come.
Yeah, and just trusting. It's like, wow, did I get that? Yeah, I did. All right. Yeah. You're like, but you're paying attention.
Yeah.
It's a whole
that's the main thing, and I have
it's a different level of consciousness. You're operating on two fields, the observer and the participator, instead of just the participator. Yeah.
True. Yeah, true. Let's see who else we got with her. There's Mr. David Castle. Good to see you, buddy. Darth Sandlin the guy, and welcome, welcome, welcome. The man, the myth, the legend, Robert V. Sorry. Michelle Cannon Free, how you doing, hon? Walking home. Well, be safe. There's Miss Delaney Jones. Good to see you. Always a pleasure. Who else we got going on here? Twisted Isby, greetings. Trina Phoenix and the Soul Tribe. We're all here. Zigzagzilla. Jill Jarrett, how you doing? Who else we got? There's Mr. Fox. Oh, yeah, I need to look and see what his response was. Think agape love always and forever. Good to see you. That way, what's going on in the Milky Way? Well, you're looking at it. You're looking at it. That's about it. Let's see who else we got going. There's Miss Shannon Klein. Good to see you, huh? Miss Travel 444. Always a pleasure. Who else we got going? Oh, yeah, I gotta keep looking. Bimini Road is in South Bimini Island, east of Florida. Bimini Road is closer to Florida than Aruba. Okay, thank you, bub.
Oh, right on.
Yeah, I guess the Bimini Road, like the beginning of it pretty much it's off the Keys, Key West, and all that. So makes sense. Who else we got going on here? Jules M. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Good to see you again. There's Miss Chloe. How you doing? I so dig your glasses. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. I kind of like them myself. I got another pair I've wore a couple of times, but they're a little bit smaller lenses. Yes, there's Scratch. What's going on, buddy? Candy Apple. There's another Tennessean. You got to represent Tennessee now. Dooney
Absolutely.
Road is 50 miles west of Florida. I guess I'm gonna have to go to Florida.
I know, right?
Right? I
Florida,
mean, you know.
yeah, the Keys, yeah.
You know, I've been to Miami, never been to the Keys. But the thing is, like, once you get to Florida, you think, hey, we're in Florida. But I mean, then you got like, if you want to go to Daytona, you're looking at another 8 hours. And if you want to go to Miami, it's another hour or 4 or 5 hours. And then once you get to Miami, you want to go Key West. Well, shit, that's another 6 hours. It's like driving through Texas.
I
Texas is the
know.
worst state in the country to drive
I know.
through.
And there's a lot to do in Florida and beautiful places. And I mean, yeah, I've been to Florida, but I've never been to the Keys, but I've been to the Bahamas. So I left Florida, went to the Bahamas. But yeah, it's beautiful there. And it's been a long time. I would love to return.
Yeah, one of these days I will. There's Miss Mary Lynn's coming in. What's going on, huh? All right. Well, anyway, without further ado, it's 10:11, and I'd like to get started about 10 or 15 in. But I wanted to discuss what happened last night. There's no reason to be mad at YouTube. They just
Nope.
did what they're supposed to do, and the reason they had to do that is because it's actually, I want to say, an individual or maybe a couple of individuals, which I think I know who it is. They're actually flagging the video.
Yep.
So it's not YouTube, it's haters. Haters gonna hate.
Yep.
So that's why we got took down, folks. I emailed back and forth with YouTube. And so if it happens again, I have the opportunity where I can take action.
Yep.
And where them false flagging my videos, they can lose their YouTube account and their Google accounts altogether. Anybody that would be used through their emails or their IP address. So even their kids, if they have kids, wouldn't be able to use Google.
Yep.
So come get you some.
Hoorah. Yeah.
I mean, you know, it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Somebody would sit
And
at home behind their computer and
Yeah.
flag people for spreading positivity. Are you that miserable?
Right.
Come
Yeah.
on.
Not
But I
good.
want to say, I send you nothing but unconditional love. Maybe you're
Absolutely.
going through something, and I don't know, but I hope you figure out
Yeah,
whatever
and
you need to
thank
figure
you,
out.
YouTube, for letting us know like
Yeah.
we weren't doing anything because we were trying really hard to be good. So
Yeah. And like they had responded with an email, and they was like, you said nothing wrong. They said individual, and then it had the cap with the S.
Yep.
Had flagged the videos. So
Yep.
anyway, that's what happened, folks. Don't be mad at YouTube.
Nope. YouTube is happy now.
Yeah. So anyway, there we go.
Yeah.
So, oh yeah, before I get started, I remembered. I want to thank Teresa Hogan. She made a $30 donation. So namaste. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. If it wasn't for people like, Teresa, Robert V, and luckily, like I said, it's afforded me not to be stressed out for a minute, but it's also afforded me to be able to buy some of these books and stuff that, that I would never been able to afford, but I can share with y'all now. So we got nothing but good things coming ahead. And I don't see any more bumps along the road. Like I said, whoever it is, if let me know, email me. I won't mention your name, nothing like that. But I send you love.
Yep.
So anyway, no more about that. That's all I got to say. That's all I got to say about that.
That's all I got to say about that. Yeah, all done.
Oh shit, which one is it?
Yeah. So moving
Okay.
on.
Yep, moving on. Ain't got time to ponder.
Nope.
All right, now I got to figure it out. Here we go.
All righty.
So what to do? Well, what to do? I guess we're going to find out. It's 10:14 on a Monday, and here we go. Be patient and take you know what, real quick before we start though, for some reason I got a feeling with what I just discussed about I feel like it's going to come up in here. So, you know how it usually happens.
Correct.
Who knows? We'll see. Anyway, be patient and take your time to visualize the bright white light of love around you and in you. To start out, when you start practicing, you should set the foundation right. It will benefit you later. It does not take long to start feeling the bright white light around you. And speaking of the bright white light, that's what I bring in after I do my cleansing to fill in the negative space. Do you do something similar to that?
I do lots of different things. One of my most favorite things I love to work with is sound. So that's like my go-to, sound and scent. But yeah, all of it's so important. But yeah, my favorite one lately has been sound, man. I go and
I'm
I
just
take
saying
my
when I
bowl.
push out all that negativity and do my cleansing, then I bring
Uh-huh.
in that bright white light to fill in the negative space.
Like I said, I do it with light and I do it with sound. I do it a few different ways, but yeah, like I said, I do until I feel like it's done.
No, I hear you.
Yeah,
It's
sometimes it
cool.
takes a little work, Brian. I gotta take
I
a
mean,
salt bath, then I gotta go get some music. I mean, sometimes it's a little bit of work.
right? Oh Lord. All right. Anyway, I don't know why that popped in my head. Here we go. After a while, try practice walking around in this bright white light all the time. When you do this, just about everything you touch turns to love, success, and abundance for you and everyone involved. You will be amazed. To start working with love, there are only a few simple things you should learn how to do. To make contact and open up for the flow of Universal Father's bright white light of love and flood your body and mind with it. Yep. You should learn how to turn off the ever chattering conscious mind. And that's the whole thing for me with meditation. Once you turn it off, the door is opened up for the universal consciousness in you and the soul resting in it. So then, how do we turn off the chatterbox and private conversations going on in our head all the time? First, we must relax the body and mind. Here are no absolutes. Even if you cannot get the chatterbox totally turned off, you can have good results. Love seems to be able to make its way in through the crack in the door created by intention. So, how do we relax? There must be 100 different methods used for that purpose over the millennia. If you have one that works, do not change a thing. If not, find one. Or you can do like me. I started out decades ago learning how to relax through martial arts, meditation, and hypnosis. You do not need all that. On the way to what I do now, I started out sitting in the lotus position, my legs crossed, on a pillow on the floor. You can perfectly well use a chair or lay down on a couch or bed. My problem was that as soon as my mind discovered I was laying down, it said to myself, aha, laying down, that means sleep. Good night. Yeah, I had troubles with that in the beginning, falling asleep during meditation.
Yep.
That was the end of it for me. I fell asleep. Therefore, I could not do this laying down. Try to ensure that you will not be disturbed for the 30 to 40 minutes you are meditating. The lights in the room should be dim. From there, I was counting down from 10, telling myself I would be more and more relaxed as I counted down to 1. I was telling myself, relax. 10, my right arm is relaxed. My left arm is relaxed. My right leg is relaxed. My left leg is relaxed. My back is relaxed. My stomach muscles are relaxed. My chest muscles are relaxed. My shoulders and neck are relaxed. My face and head are relaxed. My nervous system is relaxed and calm. Okay, let me tell you something, folks. You don't have to do all that. God, that's just way too much. Just go in and focus on your breathing and push everything out. Just focus on the breathing. That's
Yep.
all you got to do.
Yep.
So that's a
There's
shortcut.
some people though, Brian, they need a system. Like
Oh
they
yeah, I know. I'm
so
just
for
saying.
people that works for, because I know a lot of people that go through the body and relax the body and that's how they work. It's all beautiful, guys. But
Oh yeah, and like he said, find your own way, whatever's
yeah, don't think
comfortable
you
for
need
you.
to because you just don't. You can just do like Brian, just breathe and chill and bam, you're there.
Yeah.
The, everybody does it their own way, and you've changed how you do it from when you started
Oh
because
yeah.
your
I mean,
mind.
used to it would literally take 5-10 minutes before I could even do it, and now like I can literally less than a minute, and boom,
It's
I'm
like a
in.
muscle and you've developed it. So now it's like totally strong and ready to rock and roll. But a lot of people, it's like they're still trying to get that chatter to just settle down. So for a lot of people, this is a good exercise to stop the chatter because it makes you focus on something else, your body.
I wish my migraine was relaxed scratch. Well, we'll send you some healing, loving energy after the show if it hadn't subsided by then.
Use the pressure point on your hand too,
Man, I'm
Scratch.
telling you, and rub on the temples and right here, and
Yeah.
that helps a lot because I get migraines. So I know, buddy, I know what you're going through.
Yeah. And work the hand, that part of the hand between the thumb and the finger, that pad right there, and press in it till you find where it hurts and just press into that a few times real hard and
Oh,
make it hurt bad so it hurts worse than your head. And
hurts
that,
so good.
yeah, and that might fix it. It shifts it. Yeah, boom.
Yep.
Shift.
All right, well, let's get back at it. Here we go.
Mm.
After doing this for a while, the mind will react to the numbers only. So all you should have to do is count backwards from 10 to 1. Okay, now I see why he's doing that. The mind will follow. When I feel relaxed, I would say a few times, my mind is still. I would linger on and draw out the last letter of the word still. I would also use an old yogic trick to still the mind. By crossing my eyes slightly behind closed eyelids, it gives the mind something to do, which does not take thought, and it blocks unwanted thoughts from popping in on you. Whenever an unwanted thought sneaks up on you, you can also use a method Albert Einstein came up with to stay focused. It works equally well for relaxing the body. I would push the unwanted thought away and say to myself in my mind, I will never be distracted like that again. After that, I will give the command, my mind is still. I would practice with that for a while. Now all I do is to say, relax, and my body is gone. Like you said, muscle memory. Then I
Yeah.
tell myself, my mind is still. When the mind is still, you can give yourself instructions or ask questions. Now all communications are direct with the subconscious mind, and from there, direct to the superconscious mind, which is directly connected and an integral part of the universal consciousness. That is where the magic is.
Bingo.
Christians, yep, Christians call it miracles, and everything they cannot understand is called a mystery, of which we are not supposed to ask questions or know anything about. For millennia, that was good enough explanation for the people, so they did not ask any of the hard questions and try to find the truth. Once you start getting answers, you will find there is only one mind, and what appears to be separate minds is only illusionary mind created reflection of the one mind, universal consciousness, source, or whatever you would want to call it. Everything has their favorite word for it. Use the term you resonate best with, and the one that causes you to feel the strongest emotion. That is the one you should use because that is the one with the most affinity for you. The universal consciousness has all the knowledge and creative power, and its strongest and most creative outwards expression is love. If you want to figure out the secrets of the universe, do you think you can find it by conscious thinking? Conscious thinking does not reach into the databanks that holds these secrets. For that, you need higher consciousness thinking. When you do reach into these databanks and receive information for healing or anything else, the conscious mind is only the delivery system to the conscious understanding. These secrets are not secrets because they are available to everyone who learns how to get rid of the static in your conscious and subconscious mind and tune the transmitter and the receiver part of the mind to the transmitter of higher consciousness. Anything coming from the universal consciousness is also or often accompanied by a strong emotion. That is a telltale sign of its source, namely love. If you're not a very emotional person to start with, it can take a little longer for you to feel the emotion, but it is still love. For us who follow this, we see a global hunger for spiritual awakening. It transcends the cults of government and religion. There will be a day when government is no longer needed. People will be self reliant and govern themselves by voluntary rules and spiritual moral values, and not at the barrel of a gun as now. Ain't that the truth? I
Yeah.
can only think of something Dwight D. Eisenhower, former president of the United States, said. One day, the people of the world will want peace so much that the governments are going to have to get out of their way and let them have it. Boom! I love it. So true, so true. Think of it. People do not want to go to war. Governments do. And the reason they go to war is for their purpose, not the purpose of the people. There are only two agendas in government. One is power and the other is money, and not necessarily in that order. When did you last hear a government official come out and tell the people, I am sorry, we taxed you too much this year. We ended with a surplus of funds, so we're going to send you a check reimbursement. Okay, quit laughing. We will continue this after you pick yourself up off the floor and get your breath back after almost laughing yourself into unconsciousness. There has to be a better way. During the time period from the year 1900 to 2000, just 100 years, almost 500 million people were killed globally in a false flag government instigated wars. Wow.
Wow.
Wow. Let that sink in 100 years, 500 million people over nothing, just political agendas.
False flag government started wars. Wow.
Crazy. False flag government instigated wars, international police actions, a new American invention, revolutions, Holocaust, rebellions, government initiated genocide, and other conflicts with familiar names. Yes, all initiated by governments. If people knew how to work with love, none of this would happen. So, how do we work with love? First, we have to understand what it truly is. It is not created by our physical brain or body. It flows from the universal consciousness through everything because it is everything. Sometimes it is physically blocked by the physical consciousness or the erroneous mind programs running continuously in your subconscious mind. Love is the most powerful force in the universe because it is the creative part of the universal consciousness or God. It is intelligence, it is knowledge, it is independent and the collective conscious of all things. The good thing is when we have an inexhaustible and endless supply of it. When people begin working with love, they are unstoppable if they do not quit. We may ask, why have I not heard on this before? Look at who is disseminating and controlling the information in the media and the government controlled education centers, and you will have a part of the answer. That is changing to a great extent now. With the internet marketed new books on spirituality and spiritual manifestation being published, the wave of awakening is rolling on. Yes, it is. Do not go around and brag about your spiritual awakening or what you are doing. It can contaminate the stream of energy from the source with too much ego. Whichever way you find out about it, it is usually taught one-on-one later. You will see how that will unfold for you after a while. Here's that saying again that covers that. When the student is ready, the teacher will appear. What you are doing when you start working with love is that you are creating a stronger flow of the Universal Father's intelligent, bright white light of love, and you learn how to direct it to manifest good for everyone. We have talked about how to relax and how to make conscious contact and open up for the flow of love. Unconditional love has many names: universal consciousness, source, God, universal Father, the Creator, Oregon energy, and others. Oregon energy may be the only reflection of the universal consciousness or love that can be measured by physical scientific instruments, but since it cannot be explained by regular physics, you rarely hear of it. And since it is known to cure the common cold, kill virus, cure cancer, and other profitable diseases at almost no cost, it's banned in the USA. That's why all those, they wouldn't let them put up on remember when all those Oregons were getting taken down off, not eBay, but like some big platform, I couldn't remember.
Yeah, they were trying to stop it, but yeah, I'm so glad it wasn't able to be stopped because, like I said, this is one of the greatest secrets that is being told. The
Oh,
power.
absolutely. That's like those Oregon things that Aurora Rain sent me. I've got those around my bed, and that's what protects me at night, from a lot of the EMF radiation and all that.
Yep, Marcia sent me a couple, and she sent me some shungite. It's like, yeah, these things are important. I think they're really
Yeah, I've got
important.
another one for Marsha that I set behind my router to keep
Yep,
me protected. So,
absolutely.
all right,
Yeah.
let's get back. Here we go. Where was I? Using Oregon energy is a good way for someone who does not know how to work with love to get the benefit of God's healing power. Google it. You will find it interesting. Let's get back to the pure unconditional love. You visualize it as a bright white light. It is source, and its source is the great sea of light. It is the universal storehouse from where everything radiates. It is the highest vibratory creation, using the word creation loosely. It may have existed before the beginning, the Big Bang, that is. It is the home of all creative power, to where we all will return sometime. This great sea of light is not a place above our heads or some place in space. It is a vibratory energy that permeates everything, is everywhere, and is everything. White is probably the most difficult color to visualize since it's so neutral and not really a color. It's all colors. It depends on how you look at it. Visualization is an art. You could start out practicing visualizing something blue. It is not as important to keep your eyes closed, but it makes it easier in the beginning. After a while, your visualizing becomes automatic as a function of the mind, like we were talking, muscle memory. And that's all there. So, next chapter is how to send love. Any questions as so
Nope,
far?
just lots of good comments, people chatting and happy.
So,
That's
yep.
beautiful information. I love how they were talking about the miracles and the mysteries and how you can literally do that stuff like natural because
I
it
wonder when this book was written, what
I don't know.
year? Because, like I said, I mean, pretty much so far verbatim, I mean, it's been word for word of what we're going through at this moment in time.
It totally is. It's kind of amazing because this is like so important because it's like telling you literally it's a fast track on how to get what you want done accomplished. And
I
it's
mean, I guess
by the mind.
that was the perfect name for the book, The Guide to Higher Consciousness.
It's so true. And then I'll look at how it's all completely focused and on love. It's because you're working both brains.
Yep.
And then he's also telling you the secret of the mysteries within you lie in a different level of consciousness. And that level is in a light level of trance or hypnosis or meditation or, in between sleep. Those are your greatest gift because that's where you do connect to those magical, mysterious powers.
Yep, that's it.
They are available.
All right, well, you ready to start with how to send love?
Bring it.
All right, here we go. In the beginning, you should find a quiet place to meditate. After a while, that becomes irrelevant. Later, you can do this walking down the street in rush hours. Mine happen a lot like doing dishes or taking a shower or something. That's when taking a shower for some reason, man, I get pounded with downloads sometimes. I guess it's
Everybody,
the water.
yeah, I was gonna say I hear that so often with that correlation with being in the water.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have a strong connection to that too. I get into the bathtub and put salts in and meditate. That's a powerful thing for me too. It's getting in the water.
Sure, I tell you what, like I said, I got to figure out some way to turn it off.
Right.
Yeah.
I created an etheric ball cap. Like I put a hat on my head. It's like I'm done.
I'm going to have to come up with something like that.
Yeah, make up your own, but that works for me. I put on a hat.
I'll try her out. I'll try anything. All right,
Yeah,
here we go.
I get that.
Let's see. I said that. Next, relax your body and quiet your mind. Take 5 deep breaths, then breathe slowly. The breathing is important. It floods your brain with oxygen. Use your own phraseology and tell yourself something like, the bright white light of the universal Father's love is flowing from the soul in my mind. I see the bright light love flowing from my heart chakra. Chakras are energy centers of the body. Its purpose is to stabilize and distribute energy to the different bodies, as well as tuning and distributing energy to the different parts of the physical body. You can continue saying, the love fills my body. It surrounds my body as a bright sun. My heart and mind are opening up for more and more love to flow into my body. To send love to someone else, visualize a thick white flowing beam of light flowing from your heart area to the other person. See it filling their body and surrounding them. Keep feeding the beam and the other person until you feel it is enough. You can direct the flowing light to their heart area or to where you know there is an ailment in their body. You know, that's where a lot of people say when they do the healing. But from my experience, I feel like it's better if you're doing healing just to send that healing energy to them for whatever they need it for instead of focusing on one certain area.
Yeah, you can do it a million ways. The most effective way I have ever found to send energy is, first of all, ask permission, and then send forth the healing energy or love energy or comfort energy, whatever it is that you're trying to send to that person, because whatever they could need comfort, they could need healing,
Right.
whatever. So, whatever it is that you want to send, set forth the intention of that healing or whatever the energy is. And then what I always do is I see it done, and just feel the thank you of it,
Yep.
just the I love you and
Gratitude.
thank you. And if this energy is inappropriate, give it to the part of the universe that needs it, because it's just a free gift. So,
Yep.
I give it out with no expectations, no need for return, no need for anything. If it's not appropriate, it'll go exactly where it's needed. I said it's about permission, intention, and then just letting that crap go and knowing it's going to hit and feeling great, like super grateful for it. Gratitude, I've seen miracles happen over and
That's
over
what
and
I was
over
going to say.
again.
Gratitude, besides love, is probably the strongest emotion
You
besides love.
thank you when you're trying to send or manifest. Thank you
Yep.
seems like it's almost like the completion of it, like
Yep.
the
Well,
final
he's even mentioned that in this book
step.
about
Yeah,
saying thank you.
it's powerful. It is powerful. Just I want to send you some loving energy. Happy now. If you don't want it, it'll bounce off and go to somebody who really does want it. I love you and thank you. It's kind of that. It can be that easy.
Keep it simple, stupid.
Exactly. Mhm.
So, all right. Sorry, I didn't mean to get sidetracked there, folks, but here we
Oh
go.
no, it's good.
As you are sending love energy to someone else, you're also flooding yourself with love. Here's something for the theoretical physicists in you. I have been made to understand love is composed of a single intelligent particle of thought, which exists as a wave in all universes and everywhere at the same time. It is life energy. If everything that came through at the Big Bang was one single thought, one thought of God, and God is love, this whole universe is love. It multiplied itself throughout the universes so that one thought of love is now everywhere on all levels of existence. What we see around us is a mind created visual hologram that all came from the one single thought, containing the blueprint for the creation of all the holographic universes. Since it does not feel as the universe is very loving at the time, there evidently is a way that love can be blocked from appearing in our localized holographic existence. If the universe is all thought on three different levels, physical, mental, and spiritual thought, it is obvious that we have blocked the vibration of love from appearing in our life by thought. Yes, the old term change our stinking thinking is still relevant. So, again, what is in our mind? It is what we will have in our life. There's more on the quantum physics of thought, love, time in the universal consciousness later. You can use love for problem solving. Write down the problem situation the best you can define it on the paper. Then, right below it, the challenge is solved to everyone's satisfaction. Yes, use is. In a spiritual existence, there is no linear time. Everything is under construction in the present as possibilities, and your challenge is solved. It is just not reflected in the lower vibration of linear physical time. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense because that's the way with manifesting. You want to have that feeling in your heart space like it's already yours. You're feeling the joy of playing with it or whatever. That's how you manifest.
Yeah, it's such a beautiful science. It's like, okay, you want to see something show up in your world. So you're creatively going to be involved in the process.
Yep.
So when you say, okay, I want to see this show up in my world, the first thing that needs to be done is create the architecture. see the image or draw the plans or see the steps needed. You focus on it. You're literally given the architecture to the source through you using your imagination. It's already connecting at that point. So yeah, this is like how we're doing it. We send out the blueprint of this is what we want to see, and then we focus on that being received. Like you're sending it to the chef, you're bringing out your order, and you know the food's going to come out the way that you had sent off to the order to the chef. So you just kind of let it go at that point, and then you focus on the gratitude of knowing you're about to receive it and that it's going to be perfect when it's coming out. This is such science, and it's truly working with the laws of correspondence, as above so below, because it's all fifth dimension first, then third dimension in our matrix. We're building it etherically first.
We are.
Yes.
Michelle Cannon Free says MMM with MWM, mind made manifest. I like that.
Yes. Beautiful. Yes.
Here we go. Solidifying love.
Mm-hmm.
When you're sending love to someone, they will automatically use it for their higher good, wherever they will need it. You may specify otherwise and send it for a specific purpose to an area of a broken leg, bad eye, or something like that. Let us say you are separated from a spouse or partner because of a misunderstanding or a reason which is no longer relevant. Doing this could solve the problem. Keep sending them love. Use your own vocabulary or say something like this before and after you're sending them the love. Receive the wisdom. Know the truth. Join me for our higher good. I love you. Over the next few days or weeks, you will see a difference in it if it is in your master plan and for the higher good for the lives of both of you. You may choose, but the universal consciousness will decide. The answer to your wishes or choice may be granted and show up in an altogether different form from a totally different direction to everyone's higher good. If there's someone you want to solidify your love with, there's something you can do. Still, if you are too far apart in spiritual growth or not right for each other, otherwise it can easily backfire on you and drive him or her away from you further. Remember, like seeks like, and two highly different vibrations do not mix. In fact, the stronger vibration will overwhelm and subdue the weaker one. You do not want that. Therefore, see to it that the other party knows you are highly spiritual, and keep sending him or her love for the higher good to slowly raise the vibration. A gradual change should happen. When you feel the time is right, you can close the deal. Meditate on it and allow for the universal consciousness to guide you on this. It is too important to just listen to your ego saying, I want, I want, I want. Yes, 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 it is mine. If there's any doubt, wait. Again, do not overthink this too much. You will be guided. When you do go ahead and try to make the connection with the other person, flood yourself with love. Take the ball of light or love around you and travel in your mind to him or her. Stand in front of them and send love from your heart as a bright white beam of love to them while saying something like, you have my love. Receive it well for the highest good of both of us. Observe them receiving your love in their heart chakra area. See it opening up and love flowing into their body, mixing yours with theirs. See their bodies surrounded with love. Then walk up close and embrace him or her and say something like, you have my love. I have your love. Our love has joined together. The universal Father or God's love is within us and around us for the higher good of both of us. I love you. Choose your own wording and phraseology by what you resonate with. Stand there and embrace him or her for as long as you feel it is right. Do not overdo it. You will know when it is right and enough. The little voice in the back of your mind will say, that's enough. She or he has got the message. Do not mistake sex for love. If you're getting together with someone for sex only, you are doing it for the wrong reason. It will then either not work or backfire on you later and make it worse. Of course, it will be a great lesson in what not to do. Many of us can probably relate to this mistake, but for a spiritual person, it is not the thing to do. Maybe that's why I'm celibate.
That can happen for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
So,
You know, I do think the more conscious you become, the more you do truly start to love yourself. And that's a huge step in the right direction right there. But with that, it's a love changes. It changes in your consciousness, it changes in your reality. It's an amazing transformation, and it gets a lot fuller.
well, and for my case, I'm just speaking about me. It took me a long time during the beginning of this process to love myself. And how am I going to love another if I don't truly love myself?
Right. Absolutely. And I said, I think that's like 99.9% of us are struggling with that one.
Yep.
Self-love is I think one of the hardest things that we're constantly battling. And you know how we always worry about sending energy to people inappropriately and stuff like that where things can go wrong and your intentions are good, but some people they worry. I asked about that, and
Hmm.
a source explained to me. He said, if you ever want to send something to somebody and you don't want to worry about it ever getting messed up, misconstrued, sent a different direction, any kind of he's like, just send love. He's like,
Yeah.
because love is me and I can never go wrong. So with that, it can never go wrong. So if you're confused about anything, just simply just cut it down to one thing, send love, and you just let me deal with it. I was like, oh, I like that source. That's kind of really
Um, Robert V says, question, then you can do it wrong with good intentions. I'm not sure what he's referring to exactly. Do you have
well,
any inkling?
yeah, a lot of people have like focused energy on a specific person and they're focusing all this energy. It can really affect that person in a
Oh,
negative
yeah,
way,
yeah, yeah, yeah. No,
even if your
I've dealt with
intention
that.
is good. Correct. So that's what source was explaining to me. I was like, how do we negate this issue? Because their intentions are good. What how would it go wrong? He says the devil's in the details, darling. I always get that. And then he says, just send love. If you just send love, you can't screw that up because I direct love. I was like, oh, I like
Makes sense. I like
that.
what Brandy Robinson says. She says, I think some of us are meant to give love to all. Partners can be distracting and jealous. Yep.
That is true.
Yep. I mean, that's like, I don't know if anybody's ever seen it. Well, I'll show it later, but that uh background image I got where it shows Superman showing, and the heart coming out. I swear that's how my heart chakra is. It's just all the time, like
Right.
just
Oh, Brian, I remember when your heart chakra opened up, it almost scared you.
yeah. I mean, like I said, it was like an
Yeah.
explosion.
I do remember that. I remember that. You were like, "Oh my God." I was like, "I know. It'll be okay. Calm down." Don't you just feel everything? Like, boom. Like you
Yeah.
said, it's that boom. It's like a different emotional connection to your own self.
Yep.
It's
It is. And
powerful.
it happened after I accepted myself.
Yeah, and it takes a little getting used to too, huh?
Who you telling? Yeah.
It's like, oh, it could throw you off balance a little bit. Yeah.
There's a lot of people talking about being celibate. I've kind of figured that it seems like it's part of this journey. I'm not saying it's supposed to stay like that, but it seems like that would be a distraction with what we're going through right now, I believe. But I also know there's a difference in like, and I'm sorry if I'm getting graphic, Mom, but anyway, but like if you're spirituality and you have a connection, I would think that would be magic. You know what I'm
I
saying? Like,
think I think it's the ultimate. Yeah.
no.
I think it's the
I mean,
ultimate.
that's the ultimate creation right there.
Yeah, and think about it. You're doing that magical marriage, which is the blending of the masculine and feminine, which is the actual integration of the logic and the emotional minds coming together in one union. It's being expressed on all levels.
Yeah, Tony Shree says, been celibate for 3 years makes the journey easy to give unconditional love to all. It's about where I'm at.
Yeah,
At
me
least a
too.
couple of
I
years.
totally
So
get it. Yep.
yeah, and
Yep.
you're totally right.
Yep.
Okay. Anyway, let's
I
see.
found the most growth too in windows of celibacy, to be honest. I mean, straight up, this is just a fact. I
Yeah.
have found the greatest spiritual growth for me in moments that I was single.
Well, and a lot of people don't know this. I'm sure most people in this chat room do, though. But like when you reach an orgasm and you expel that, you're expelling life force.
I know, and I never knew. I guess you only have so much, and
Yeah.
it literally is
So make them
depleting.
count.
Yeah, for sure, right? Gosh, we should have been taught this when we were teenagers. Oh my
I mean, right?
God.
So
Right.
anyway.
Imagine the bite, the vital life force. You're just throwing that stuff out.
I don't even want to think about it. God. Okay, I got to keep reading. We're getting way off track. When we send love, it is best to send it unconditionally and let the deeper mind of the receiver figure out where it is best needed. We can send love for a specific ailment or purpose, or alternately do it both ways. If we are only concentrating on helping to heal an ailment in the other person, we could be interfering with the intention of the universal consciousness for that soul, their master plan. We do not know the underlying reason for their ailment. Maybe the ailment was there for a purpose of creating a life lesson of the soul. You should go within in meditation and ask. You will get an answer, a feeling, a convincing thought, or a determination to go ahead and send love to the ailment, or if you should not. If you send love unconditionally to the heart area and for their higher good, you will be totally safe on the safe side. Do not overthink this too much because you are guided and the things will usually turn out the way it should be. When you send love to their heart area and visualize it glowing, you will also be helping the other person open up their heart chakra to receive and send love. Send love to someone's heart area when you know they are hurting or are going through a life crisis. It will help them immensely.
Mhm.
Sending love has the same spiritual effect as tithing or donating to a good cause. It is done with love and compassion, with no expectations of receiving anything in return. It must be a true gift and not an investment where you're hoping for a return later. If you're removed from your mate, you both can send love to each other and embrace each other as described before. This will help you maintain closeness, love, and sense of intimacy, even though you are physically apart. After a while, if you keep experimenting with this, you will be amazed what you can do. Well, that is a subject for another racy book. Here's one thing everyone should do every day. Fill your home with love. Visualize every room, hallway, closet, cupboard, garage, attic being filled with the bright white light of the universal Father's love. Do the same with your automobile, pets, office, bank account, investments, and everything you care about. Here's the tip. Need help in the bedroom? Flood the bedroom, bed, and your spouse with love before you go to bed. Keep doing it for a while and you will know why I gave you this tip. He must have been listening to our conversation. When you create everything with love, it is important to see people in it. You need to visualize happy people enjoying what you have created. Put yourself and your family and friends in it, then flood it with love so it glows. Here are a few examples. If you are writing a book, flood your computer with the love, then the printed draft, the proofreader, the publisher, and then the book. Visualize sitting on the bookshelf in the bookstore. Visualize people picking it up off the shelf, buying it, and taking it home and reading it and enjoying it immensely. Are you buying a used automobile? Flood the newspaper advertisements with love, your garage, and everything else you can think of with love. Spend some time with this, it will pay off. Are you going on a job interview? Flood yourself with love. Flood the building you're going to, the office, the person you will be seeing with love. During the interview, keep telling your interviewer quietly in your mind, I love you, I love you, I love you. That's
God,
awesome.
wizard. He is a
Yeah,
wizard. He is a wizard. Oh
it's
my
all
God.
about love.
It's brilliant. This is the most powerful energy of the planet. And he's using it to manifest all the things he wants in his world. I'm like, you are a master wizard. That's just
That's what I'm saying. I mean,
brilliant.
like, sometimes it's just that simple, but it's just doing it and believing it.
It is that simple. And that's what's so crazy. We're literally learning this and we're going to start doing it. And guys, it's going to be amazing. I mean, amazing.
Yep.
I used to try to do this, and I would manifest things in my world. It works. It really does work. And right now we got some pretty big problems. So could you just think about right now everybody celebrating for the positive changes that we see happening, that every time something bad happens, it brings forth this beautiful celebration of a higher solution, a new positive outcome. I mean, we can literally change things if we start seeing this in our imaginations.
Do you have a calendar close by?
I can get one.
I mean, I could probably figure it out in my head. What is today? Monday, Tuesday's the
Yes,
19th,
today's Monday, and I think
Wednesday the 20th, Thursday
today's the
21st.
18th.
How you threw me off.
What
I
day
mean,
you want?
23rd.
23rd of May?
Yeah,
That is on a Friday.
that's what I thought.
Yes.
Okay, well, we're gonna go ahead and do it anyway. I was thinking about doing like a birthday bash or something, but we're gonna have that poetry reading, and I couldn't think of any better way to have my birthday. That'll be good.
Oh, wow, that is gonna be fun.
Yeah,
That'll be fun.
so Friday will be
birthday.
a poetry birthday bash.
Right on, Brian's birthday poetry reading.
I mean, to be honest with you,
people, y'all need to show up, and you need to, you're going to send out links for people who want to join.
Yeah, anybody that wants to join us, like I said, I know Julianne Payne's joining us. I know Trina's joining.
Yeah.
Who else? There was a
Anybody
guy.
else who wants to read some poetry or just share some art or whatever you want.
I'm sure Robert may join us, but anybody else, please. No, I'm not a Taurus. I'm a Gemini. I'm on the cusp of Taurus, and let me tell you, I got both attributes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can be a little bullheaded, and I wouldn't say split personalities, but I get in where I fit in. I'm good in situations. I'm good at calming things down. So, but yeah, I'm Gemini, no doubt.
Yeah, but I could see the bull in you too, though.
Yeah.
You are on the cusp, and the bull's a beautiful sign. My grandma was a bull.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You're Aries, right?
Yeah, I'm the ram. Mm-hmm.
Yep. Yeah, you're the ram.
The spiral in the head. Yeah. Hearing, That's
Yep.
why Fibonacci secrets in the horn.
So that will be Friday night. I am going to try to schedule something up for either Wednesday or Thursday. And then I guess Saturday night, I'm sure Robert, and if you want to join again, I kind of like doing that right now on the Saturdays. It's good positive message. It's always a good time. And of course, the last show was Robert's.
He's excited. He's got some projects.
I love it. I'm so glad that he started, coming on and opening up, because man, he's such a beautiful human being. So
this community is man, got superstars.
I will say now, if some of y'all are hesitant about coming on here, about being nervous, there's not a better way to join than when there's a bunch of people.
It is absolutely, because you can, if you just want to kind of just chill, you can, because let me tell you, getting a word in edgewise, it's difficult.
It's tough with three. So
yeah, it's a great place to start if you just kind of want to get over the fear, and because I understand that. I was terrified.
Sunshine on Sophia said she could deliver a birthday present painting for you. Hey, that sounds good. Supposedly she's supposed to be coming out this way, and yeah, I'd be more than happy to meet up with you, and we'll do something, have lunch or something. She's doing a trip. I'm not sure where else she's been. I know she started out in San Diego. That's where she lives, and I think she went up maybe through the Redwood Forest and stuff, but she's supposed to be coming east. So yeah, that'd be great. But like I said, anybody that wants to join, please. Like I said, it's going to be for my birthday. I mean, so maybe that'll give you the push.
Yeah. Let's hang out on Brian's birthday.
Yeah. So,
I love it.
Well, there's another hour come and go.
Oh, wow. Is it really? Okay. Yeah. It is. Wow.
So, like I said, what kind of poems, Butterfly Divine Goddess? Whatever. Really, I mean, it don't have to be a poem. It could be artwork. I mean, just anything creative you want to share.
Yeah, or even sharing like experiences, like powerful experiences, stories, whatever.
Yeah, there's absolutely no limits. Anything goes.
Yeah. So. Anything that moves you. We're interested.
So please, please
Yeah.
email me so I can set you up for Friday night. I promise you it'll be a good time.
Absolutely. And
Well,
it's
Trina, you got
Milky
anything you want
Bird.
to share before we cut her out?
Just I love you guys. This higher mind stuff is truly there. I mean, this guy is literally he's a wizard. He is telling you how it is done. And whoo, I've put it to the test and it's accurate. And I've seen other people do it. And I've been able to witness those mysteries and those miracles. And I tell you what, guys, boy, that is worth its ticket in gold.
Yep,
So
it is.
aspire to it.
Proof's in the pudding. Just seeing is believing. I mean, trust
Totally.
me, you are limitless.
We are.
Yep.
I've seen it. And I still can't fully stop the feeling of awe that comes over my body when I think about those
That's
things.
what I'm saying. I mean, even on bad days, I'm amazed every day, especially when I try to go in and start with meditating. And lately, the meditating I don't even need it because it's like every time I close my eyes, I get woke up in a crazy dream. So
Right. Oh,
so I'm like, turn it off.
yeah. These frequencies are a gift. It's
Yeah.
like I said, I can tap into those resonance fields of healing and miracles and stuff. And once you've seen it, it's like you can always go to that memory, and I can bring that frequency into my own body. These are gifts. They are gifts for you,
Absolutely.
as well as the people you witness receive them. It's powerful.
Project Skyfalls said 55 and old, and 55 not that old. 55 ain't old. I'm getting ready to turn
No,
47.
I'm 50.
Yeah. Age is just a number.
It
All
is.
it is. Yeah.
It is.
So
Our bodies are going to do their thing, but don't you feel the same as you did when you were a teenager?
it's amazing. Like, God, I wish I had my other channel back. I've got a couple of old videos that I need to post. It's amazing how, like, I look younger than I did 3 years ago.
You do, and it's because your frequency, Brian.
Well,
You're
eating
it's
better
shifting.
and the meditation, stress really eat me alive before this.
That's what I mean. Your frequency has shifted, and it's showing up in the physical reality because it's matching your vibration.
I see a lot of people in this community that they all look younger.
It is about what you feel. It really is. It really, really is.
Corey Lambert said, I love this group. Thanks, y'all. Brother, I'm so glad you found us. This truly is a family here, and I love each and every dang one of you.
We do. It's real.
All right, anybody want to do a show Wednesday or Thursday, hit me an email so I don't have to work too hard. Otherwise, we'll be back Friday for the birthday bash and poetry or whatever, creativity. Just create.
Yeah.
So until then, be the frequency you want to see, folks. Go out there and shed some love and light on everybody you come across.
Yes.
Until then, I love you all. Good night.